What's going on, y'all? Happy holidays. Merry Christmas to you all from Machiavelli Mills TV. Now, look, my lady made me my own little hoodie with my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Machiavelli Mills. Y'all like, subscribe, comment on all the videos, share my videos. I appreciate those who've been rocking with me from day one and those that just came aboard. I appreciate y'all, period. So, the question that I want to ask you all is really to the parents. Do you allow your children to believe in Santa Claus? Yes or no? Why or why not? All right. Now, I've always taken this approach. I have a daughter, and I've always believed this, even before I became a parent. For me and my child, I always wanted my child to have a childhood. I wanted her to experience childlike things, to experience a similar childhood that I experienced. Of course, I wanted better as far as financially for her, but I mean, we had a great childhood. Me and my siblings did. My mother allowed us to believe in Santa Claus. We would leave out cookies and milk. We would watch all the Christmas movies to get into the Christmas spirit. She would always she would make ice cream floats for us and all type of stuff. We were just always into the holiday season, always into Christmas. She allowed us to be kids. And I always wanted for my children to always be kids, to always have a childhood and always to be able allow them allow them to use their imagination and to experience childlike things. Now, of course, as they get older, they're gonna eventually find out, whether you tell them or whether they find out on their own. My daughter now, she knows Santa Claus is not real, right? But and because she's a big girl now. But for me, it was never about taking credit for things. Truthfully, I had no problem with my child being a kid and believing in things, believe using her imagination or believing in things that children believe in. I never had no problem with it because I never wanted to. I need all the credit. I work hard for this. You need to know I did this. I did this for you. You need to know I bust my butt to get all these gifts. You need to know I need all the credit for everything that I did. No, I don't. I'm not that type of parent. For one, this is how my mother operated, right? She would label gifts from Santa. She would label gifts from her as well. So you can know mom got you gifts, dad got you gifts, and Santa Claus also got you gifts for kids that still believe in Santa Claus. And to me, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't know why some people may have an issue with it, but for me, it was never nothing wrong with that. And I operated in the same manner until my daughter till she eventually found out that Santa Claus was not real. I would label some gifts for me. Her mother would label stuff from her. My mom would label stuff and all type of stuff. And we would say some things were from Santa, and that was cool. Me personally, I never needed to take credit for all the gifts because my daughter knows everything that I do for her on all 364 other days of the year, right? She know I'm coming to pick up her report card. I'm coming to take her to school. I'm coming to pick her up. I'm coming to take her to the arcade. I'm going on her birthday. We doing all type of fun stuff on her birthday. I'm taking her to the museum. I'm taking her to the movie theater. I'm taking her to the park. She know all the other stuff that I do for her year round. She knows everything when she's sick. She needs something, or she know what her parents do for her. Period. She knows what all her family do for her. And so I never needed to take I need all the credit. I need all the accolades. I need all the kids to know I did this. This wouldn't be possible without me. No, man. For one, you can label some of the gifts from you, and she knows everything that I do for her all the rest of the year. So I never had no issue with it. Some people I don't want nobody believing that some man come in and take credit for all the gifts that I got. Man, listen. For me personally, I don't know how y'all feel, but I never cared about that because I was allowed to have a childhood. I was allowed to believe in things. I was allowed to do things that children believe in, and of course, you eventually find out it's not true, it's not real. But hey, what's the Let them. I believe in just letting kids be children, right? All this you need credit and all. I never understood that. I always look. I knew what I did as a parent for the rest of the year. I knew what I did all the time around, so I know that my child wasn't gonna be like, "What did you get for me, Dad? What did you?" And you let sound no, she didn't care about none of that. She cared about believing, and she cared about the holiday season. She cared about the holiday, and she liked to be a kid. and I left it at that, and that was cool. Now she eventually found out it wasn't real. They kids grow up and they find things out. They find things out. Santa Claus isn't real or whatever, and it was what it was. But I let her believe for that time period. I let her believe in it, and I let her enjoy her childhood, and she had a lot of fun with it. She had a lot of fun in believing in Santa Claus, and she will never forget those moments, man. She will never forget it, and she loved it. To this day, she remember everything that me and her mother and my grandmother and my family all have done. All the holiday things we've done, she knows, she remembers that. So it is what it is. I don't have to take credit for the holiday, for the getting her all of these gifts. For me to feel good as a parent, I don't need any kudos or pats on the back. Not from my child, not from nobody, but especially not from my child. That's what you're supposed to do. You know, they know that. They know your children know you love them. If you love them the right way, they know you love them. They know you care for them. They know that you would do anything for them. So I don't need to take credit for the gifts. I didn't need to take credit for all the gifts on Christmas Day to say don't believe in no Santa Claus or whatever. Now, if you got any other purposes of why you don't want your children believing in Santa Claus or whatever, that's cool. Any religious purposes or whatever, all right, I understand that. But if your sole reason for your not allowing your children to believe in Santa Claus is that you want all the credit, you deserve all the credit for what you've done for your children and all of that, I'd be like, man, like, do your children not understand what you do for them for the rest of the year? Whether it's buying them clothes, keeping a roof over their head, giving them, taking them out nice places when you can. All the feed, clothe them, all of that. They know that, they understand the love that you give them. So I never understood, like, I don't know, me personally, I've never needed to take credit for all the things given, all the gifts that my daughter got on Christmas, to feel proud as a parent, to feel like, you know what, to stick my chest out as a parent. I don't have to do that. I never wanted to just stick my chest out as a parent. I was just always proud of my daughter. You know what I'm saying? So that's all it is. I'm proud of my daughter for every milestone that she achieves in life. And same thing goes for my younger siblings. My siblings, they like my kids. My younger siblings, my cousins and all of that. Like, same thing. I didn't need, like, I wanted them to have a childhood too. To believe in that, like, believe in things that children believe in and let it be okay. Like, I don't have this, I did that. Ain't nobody else do that for you. I did that. Like, man, I don't, nah. You know what I mean? Like, if we was living in the hood, when my mama had us, we was living in Inglewood, 65th and Low. We was in the hood of the hood, and my mama still let us have a childhood. She didn't try to take that away from us to say, because some of that stuff is a hood mentality. I want all credit. I want all credit for this and that. I want all credit for the gifts, man. My mama was like, she didn't need that. She knew what she did for us for the whole rest of the year. So that's just how I operate, man. Do you allow your children to believe in Santa Claus? Tell me yes or no and explain why. Peace.